In a significant development in the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia, the Netherlands has officially confirmed the transfer of another batch of F-16 fighter jets to the Ukrainian Air Force. This move underscores the growing international support for Ukraine as it continues to defend its sovereignty against Russian aggression. The journey to equip Ukraine with F-16 fighter jets began over a year ago when several European nations pledged their support following U.S. approval in mid-2023. Countries like Belgium, Denmark, Norway, and the Netherlands have been at the forefront of this effort, donating surplus F-16s to bolster Ukraine's aging fleet. These jets are not just symbolic, they represent a critical upgrade in Ukraine's ability to defend its airspace, protect ground troops, and strike enemy targets effectively. The first tranche of F-16s arrived earlier this summer, marking a historic moment in Ukraine's military modernization efforts. Now, with the Netherlands confirming yet another delivery, the question arises, can Ukraine sustain and maintain this sophisticated fleet amidst an ongoing war? To understand why the F-16 is such a game-changer, let's take a closer look at its capabilities. The F-16 Fighting Falcon is one of the most versatile multi-role fighter jets ever built. Designed for both air-to-air combat and precision strikes, it boasts advanced avionics, radar systems, and weaponry that make it a formidable opponent on the battlefield for Ukraine. The arrival of these jets couldn't come at a better time. Since the start of the invasion, Russia has relied heavily on airstrikes and missile attacks to cripple Ukrainian infrastructure and morale. With the F-16, Ukraine gains the ability to counter these threats more effectively, providing cover for its forces and deterring further incursions into its territory. Moreover, the F-16's speed and maneuverability allow it to evade surface-to-air missiles, a capability that could prove life-saving in contested airspace. For a nation fighting to protect its skies, these attributes are invaluable. While the introduction of F-16s is undoubtedly a boost for Ukraine, challenges remain. Maintaining such a high-tech fleet requires specialized training, spare parts, and logistical support, all of which depend heavily on continued Western assistance. Since the F-16 is a US-made system, European allies need Washington's authorization to provide the jets and related resources. This raises concerns about the sustainability of the program if political winds shift, particularly if future U.S. administrations decide to scale back aid. Additionally, integrating the F-16 into Ukraine's existing Air Force structure isn't a straightforward process. Pilots must undergo rigorous training to master the jet's complex systems, while ground crews face the daunting task of learning new maintenance protocols. Despite these hurdles, Ukraine has shown remarkable resilience in adapting to Western equipment, suggesting that they are up to the challenge beyond the tactical advantages. The transfer of F-16s carries profound geopolitical implications. By arming Ukraine with cutting-edge Western technology, NATO members are sending a clear message to Moscow. Any escalation will be met with equally robust responses. However, this also risks inflaming tensions between Russia and the West, potentially drawing them closer to direct confrontation. Critics argue that flooding Ukraine with advanced weaponry might prolong the conflict rather than hasten its resolution. Proponents, on the other hand, believe that strengthening Ukraine's defenses is essential to deterring further Russian aggression and preserving regional stability. As the debate rages on, one thing is certain, the stakes have never been higher. Military analysts offer mixed opinions on the long-term impact of the F-16 program. Some view it as a turning point that could tilt the balance of power in Ukraine's favor, especially given the jet's proven track record in conflicts worldwide. Others caution against overstating its significance, pointing out that even the best equipment cannot compensate for strategic disadvantages or overwhelming odds. One expert noted, the F-16 is a powerful tool, but it's not a silver bullet. Its effectiveness ultimately depends on how well Ukraine can integrate it into its overall defense strategy and whether Western allies remain committed to supporting the program financially and logistically. As Ukraine prepares to receive another batch of F-16s from the Netherlands, the world watches closely to see how these jets will shape the course of the war. While challenges persist, there is no denying the courage and determination displayed by the Ukrainian people throughout this crisis. With every new addition to their arsenal, they edge closer to reclaiming their homeland and securing a brighter future. Whether the F-16 proves to be the decisive factor remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: Ukraine's fight for freedom has inspired millions around the globe, reminding us all of the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the latest developments surrounding Ukraine's acquisition of F-16 fighter jets. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more updates on global affairs. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.